Hey, how's it going? What you doing? I'm great. I'm on spring break. What are you up to? Okay, sorry. Bad lighting. So I don't know. Okay, so I kind of been like making a list, and I don't know why, but even before I finished my exams, I didn't know how to like what I wanted to do, like what I should put on my list. So I decided I started really thinking of stuff like yesterday. After I finished my I'm eating. That's gross. I started yesterday trying to think about what I actually wanted to do. And so I want to be more active on YouTube. Actually, the good thing is I get 2 weeks off for spring break because I took my finals this week. So it's like I'm super excited about it. So I want to be more active on YouTube because I've been like slacking. I want to exercise every single day. Don't ask me why, but I feel like I should exercise now that I actually have time. Hey, how to cook? How are you? Happy Friday. What's going on? I'm sorry I'm a little oily, you guys. It's terrible. I just got home from work and I actually walked. So I got like my little exercise in for today. It was only 20 minutes, but you know, it's a start, right? So my goal was to exercise every single day for the next 14 days straight. Then I was thinking I also want to 2 weeks. Yeah, so I'm really happy about it. I get a whole 2 weeks off, so I want to exercise. I'm going to the movies because I haven't been to the movies in months. I don't think I've been to one movie all year, and that's a long time. So I already have tickets to go tomorrow morning to see, what is it? The new Taraji P. Henson movie. What is it called? Like What Men Want or What Men Think, or that movie. So I'm going to see that tomorrow. I'm really excited about it. Have any of you all seen it? Is it good? And then I already got tickets on Tuesday. I'm going to see, what is it, the Medea movie? Like her funeral. Did she die in the movie? I don't know. I haven't seen like many of the trailers. I'm not sure who dies exactly. Somebody dies. I'm not sure. I think, is it Medea that dies? I don't know. But I'm going to see that on Tuesday. What else? Those are like my top 4 things. I wanted to go to the movies, be more active on YouTube, exercise every single day. Oh, and I have 2 books, and I should go grab them because there are 2 books that I want to read by over the next 14 days. And so I'm going to grab them to show them to you. Don't go away. 2 seconds, I swear. All right, I'm back. Okay, thanks for not leaving. So I actually have 3 books I want to read, which I feel like, I don't know. Tell me what you think. So since I'm on spring break, I want to not use my brain at all. And I just want to like chill and relax. So the first thing I was thinking is I should take a lot of naps. But then I was like, oh, I bought all these great books. Maybe I can get through them, you know, in the next 2 weeks because they're kind of small. So the first one is this one, The Everyday Millionaire by Chris Hogan. And so I actually bought this. I mentioned it like in one of my debt videos. I bought this book. This is his latest book, and he has one other one that I know of called Retire Inspire. And so this one is actually about, you know, what the regular, like the actual millionaires look like, act like, live like. And so it kind of just lets you know that we can all be millionaires too, because ideally in the future, I would want to be a millionaire. So I was thinking about reading this because it's fairly small. Look at it. It's not thick at all. And the words are kind of big, so that's good too. Has anybody heard of this book? Has anybody read, he works with like Dave Ramsey. I don't know if you all know Dave Ramsey, But it's pretty good. And it basically is, he interviewed like a bunch of millionaires, just the regular millionaires, to see the little tagline here is how ordinary people build extraordinary wealth and how you can do it too. So I was like, if I want to be a millionaire, this is probably, I don't, you know, it's funny. Let me tell you something that I realized. I actually work with a couple of millionaires, and you would never know it looking at them, you guys. And this is legit, right? So this is what kind of turned me on to this book too, because I read The Millionaire Next Door, and in that book they kind of talked about, you know, who millionaires were, and how the everyday millionaire was like, you know, couples. It could be like, so one person is a teacher, one person is a business owner, one person, like, I don't know, does a real regular job like a bus driver. It's just they've saved all their life. So it was like that book was a great example of like how me and you, the regular people, could become millionaires just by being consistent and saving over time and staying out of debt. So that intrigued me when I realized, well, I overheard, I actually work with a couple millionaires. And just to even, when you just look at them, you would never know that they are millionaires, but they are actually millionaires. And so, and the crazy thing about that too is one of them, actually the lady, she asked me to be the, what do you call it? You know, when you have a will, like the witness on her will, because she needed like a couple of them. She was like, you know, getting all her assets, because she's older, but she's getting like all her assets in order and stuff. And she asked me to like be the witness on her will. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, I've worked with them for like years. There's two of them I know for sure are millionaires. And then one of them, I don't know if he's a millionaire yet, but I know that he will be there by the time that he retires, because of just how he saves and stuff. And so only one of them, as far as I know, only one of them, the guy who's not a millionaire yet, has actually inherited some money, but it wasn't a lot. Like, it might have been $100,000, which is nowhere near $1 million. It's still, that's a good chunk of money. I would take it. But to know that because his dad had like made good investments and stuff, and he has like a bunch of brothers and sisters. And so when his dad died, he probably had $1 million or so, but they had to divide it up by all the kids. So he didn't get $1 million. It's like his share was probably like 100,000 or something. But he will definitely be a millionaire by the time he retires. I know that. So yeah, this book, like, I would recommend this book. I haven't even read it yet. That's what I'm getting to. Like, I really want to read it over the spring break, just because I'm telling you, if you haven't heard of The Millionaire Next Door, but I think his name is Thomas Stanley. Write this down. I'm giving you nuggets. These are nuggets of wisdom. Thomas Stanley, The Millionaire Next Door. I actually never physically read the book or had the book. I found it on YouTube a couple years ago. I don't know if it's out there now, still on YouTube, but it was an audiobook. So I listened to the whole thing. It was, I don't know, maybe it was less than 8 hours, I want to say, the whole book, getting through the whole book. And I've like listened to it multiple times. So just type in, see if you can find the link on YouTube. It's called The Millionaire Next Door. But literally in that book specifically, they explained how most millionaires, like self-made millionaires today, did not inherit anything, which gives you and me a shot, because I'm not going to inherit anything. So it gave me a little bit of hope, right? The majority of them, all they did was, well, they had all these things in common. And I actually took a whole set of notes, but they're on my phone, which I'm on right now. So for memory, I remember they tried to stay out of debt. None of them ever purchased not like never ever, but with their cars, they always purchased a car that was like 3 years or older, and they bought it for cash. They stayed out of debt, and they invested consistently. And they made a lot of other comparisons in that book. Things like the most expensive pair of jeans like any person ever said they owned was like $50. Or the most expensive watch they ever bought was like $50, $100. Like, they're like regular people. And none of them lived in necessarily like these big, nice, huge neighborhoods, you know, with all the big houses and the luxury cars. Like, they're people that live next door to me or you, right, in our regular neighborhoods. And the fact that they kept their lifestyle down, like at a manageable level, they weren't flashy, was why they actually had money left over to put away, to save, to grow, to be $1 million, because they weren't like flossing, you know? So I thought that was cool to find out. And some of them were business owners, yes, but a lot of them weren't. They worked for someone else. They were just very consistent with their savings, like over long periods of time. And so I thought that was cool. That made me want to get this book. So I want to read this and see if like what other tips he has, because in this book he's actually listing here 2 women and 3 men that all have a net worth of over $1 million. And so I'm really interested to see how this goes. So then the next book I want to read is this one that I bought like months and months ago. And I've literally to this point only read like the first couple pages. And I was like, oh, I'll bring it closer just in case you can't see. I only read the first couple pages. I bought it like probably 6-7 months ago. It's Iyanla Vanzant's book, Get Over It. And the first couple pages hit me. I was like, dang, that's deep. And I was like, wait, I need to like take my time and mentally really get into this, you know? So I'm going to read this. And this one too, it's like a little book. I mean, it's thicker than the other one, but the pages are little. So it's okay in terms of, it probably won't take, I could probably, if I started right now, I could probably have this done by tomorrow night. Like if I just pulled an all-dayer, which I'm notorious for doing, especially with like TV shows and stuff that I want to see. But I literally just binge watch them over a weekend. I could probably get through this whole book by tomorrow night if I started. And then this one, which is really interesting, it's about it's called The Public Wealth of Cities. And so it's how you use your assets to build wealth. And so it's kind of like about like public infrastructure and stuff. This is more like work related. But I read the first couple pages and I was like, wow, this is really interesting. Like it's actually really good. So those are the books I want to read. I'm thinking I can get through all of them. If I get through this one by tomorrow, maybe I don't know. Which one do you think I should start with? Which one should I start with? I feel like if I literally started right now with any of these, I could get through them all by tomorrow night. The one, not all 3, but whatever one I pick. Which one do you think I should start with? The Millionaire Next Door, Get Over It, or the Public Wealth one? I don't know. I wonder if I could read this in a day. What do you think? Which one would you start with? Huh. Because this is like about your finances. Get Over It. You think so? Yeah, I'll start with that one. So I'll start that one tonight and see if I can get through it by tomorrow. And I'll let you know where I am, because I'll be like going live again tomorrow because I want to be more active while I'm off. I missed you guys. I really am. I'm telling you, it's been a stressful quarter. Really stressful. I was only taking 2 classes, but one of my classes, it's funny because the class that I thought would have been the hardest, my analytics class, was actually the funnest. It was so much fun and it was like useful. And I could actually see how I can literally go back to work immediately and apply it. And so that one that I was afraid to take was actually the best one. And then the one I thought would be most exciting was awful because of the teacher. But I got, needless to say, I'm not going to complain. I got through all of them. So life is good. So enough about me. What are you doing today? What are you doing this weekend? Are you doing anything for St. Patrick's Day? Do you celebrate? They always dye the river, the Chicago River green for St. Patrick's Day. So are you doing anything? Sorry, my glasses look foggy. I don't know why they look foggy. That's pretty gross. I don't normally do anything for St. Patrick's Day. I'm just really excited doing hair. You doing other people's hair? Or you doing your hair? Are you a hairstylist? Can we talk about hair for a second? Because I need new hair. I actually I've been rocking this do since, you're probably the best person to ask about this. I've been rocking this do since January, and I think I always like to switch in between quarters at school, yours and your daughter's hair. So what are you doing to you all's hair? Are you washing it, braiding it? So I'm looking for ideas on what like my next style should be. I was watching, I don't know, have you on YouTube, there's this lady, Naturally Miss Mary. She does hair, love her. Hey, how's it going? What's up? Happy Friday. Thumbs it up. What are you up to today? I'm on spring break. This is my first official day of spring break. Took my last final yesterday. So I'm just going over what I'm going to try. I'm trying to pack in all the fun because luckily I get 2 weeks of spring break this year. So I'm going to try to do everything I haven't been able to do over the past couple months. So I'm just brainstorming. I have like a couple of books that I might want to read. And I'm trying to decide which one I'm going to start with, which I think I'm probably going to start with Get Over It. But yeah, Naturally Miss Mary, she does hair videos on YouTube. These are the books that I have as potentials. Hopefully I can get through all 3 of them. There's actually 3 by the end of spring break. And yeah, I would be the lame who like wants to read books on spring break when you're supposed to like goof off and travel and stuff. But I've been wanting to get to these books for like months now. So I was thinking, oh, I have 2 whole weeks and this has nothing to do with school. So this is what I should be reading, if reading anything at all. So yeah, I need a new hairdo also. You're putting in braids for your daughter and you put in, okay, crochets. Can we talk about it? Because this is exactly what I'm trying to figure out with my whole life. I don't know how to do my hair at all. I'm not even going to pretend. So I wanted to do the crochet. It's like, they're not crochet braids, but they're like crochet. So my hair's like curl. This is a curl, right? So I want this, but way bigger. I don't know if that helps you at all. To look more like a braid out curl or a Shirley Temple curl that's fallen, like a bigger one. And I was thinking, Naturally Miss Mary, she has 2 videos where she does braidless crochet curls. And so she literally put her hair in a ponytail and I was like, oh, I can do that, thank God. And then she took the hair and, you know, she crocheted it into pieces and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, I think I can actually make that happen for myself. So I was going to try to experiment with that, but I'm a little afraid to go buy all this hair and a crochet, what do you call it? Like a crochet hook. And then it just be an epic disaster. Or my arms get tired. Like I'm kind of stressed about it because I really wanted to try that style that she did because it was really pretty. It was like big. They were like Shirley Temple curls, but they were bigger, kind of looser. And, you know, they hung kind of low and she was able to like flip it and twist it and stuff. And it was great. I was thinking about trying that. But for one, I don't know which brand of hair to use. I'm guessing it'd be synthetic, of course. I don't want to spend a lot of money because if it comes out, because you can't return the hair after you buy it, right? So this is just a trial run. It doesn't need to be like super spectacular. But I was trying to see, because I can't braid. So the only way I'd be able to accomplish it is if I did she did like one style with 1 ponytail and 2 styles with like 2 ponytails. Well, they weren't like out ponytails, but she like sectioned her hair into two sections and, you know, sewed down. And then she just started going in her hair all over with the crochet braids. And I was like, okay, maybe I can do that. I think I can pull it off, but I don't know which hair to buy. So I was thinking about going to look. I'm just going to go to my local beauty store. Do you have any suggestions for crochet synthetic hair? Like brands that you would suggest that don't cost a lot? Because when I say I don't want to spend a lot, I mean like this hair was $25. And thank God it actually lasted me for 3 months. Like I've been rocking it for 3 months and it still looks good. Like I can't believe it. I've never spent $25 on anything that has lasted me for 3 solid months it's been. So I was like, this one is definitely a win. I'm probably going to buy another one just to have one while it's still available, just in case, you know, when this one gets completely destroyed. Because it's only 25 bucks. So hopefully, can you think it's okay, I know you can't, I'm asking you a lot of questions quickly, I'm sorry. I'm just so happy you know how to do hair. Do you know how many packs do you think I would need? I don't want it to be super thick where it looks like a wig. I would like it to just look like this. I don't think, you know, the other people at my job can tell it's not mine. So I would like it to look like I just washed my hair, combed this out, you know, straightened it and then recurled it bigger. If that makes sense. I don't want it to be too puffy and too big where it looks fake. So I don't know like how many packs to get. I don't know what brand to get. And I mean, if I could just get it to last for, are you using synthetic hair when you're doing yours? How long does that normally last? Well, you're doing braids, right? So yours will probably last longer than mine if I get a curl. Because I have to like sleep on it and stuff. So it'll get like smashed. I just don't know. If it could last for a month, I'd be happy. Like if I could just get 30 days, I'd be happy. I'd be fine with that. 25 bucks maybe 30 days. I'll probably do that tomorrow, and I'll probably try to install it on Saturday. I don't know. So many options. A little overwhelmed. I've never done like you says you have hair called Go-Go Curls. Okay. Go. I should write that down. Did you just go to like your local beauty supply? I'm excited about reading this Get Over It book. Because I have maybe like, okay. So how many packs did you get and how much did it cost you? Go-Go Curls. I'm gonna write that down now. Go-Go Curls. It looks natural. Okay. So what color is the pack? Is like purple? Is like white, orange? Go. Okay, you said. Hey, J Fam, how are you? What's up? Happy Friday. What are you up to? Okay, you said Go-Go Curls. It's black. It's a black pack. Okay. And you're doing braids, right? Crochet braids. So you like, you're going to braid your hair some kind of way first and then put the crochet. I'm just going to, oops. Wait, I lost the chat. Sorry. Okay. Black pack. How many packs are you using? I figure maybe 3 packs. I don't know. I feel like maybe 3 packs would be enough. Ooh, this is exciting. I always get a new hairdo. Just makes you feel like a new woman, doesn't it? I'm excited about it. Okay. Go-Go Girl. Go-Go Curls. It's a black pack. I would say maybe I need like 3 or 4 packs. Maybe that's too much. I guess it would depend on how thick it is, right? It says this has 3. Oh, okay. 3 bundles in one. Oh, so 3 bundles should be enough, I would assume. Oh, okay. 3 bundles in one. Like, how much does it cost? How much subs do you have? Well, unfortunately, I go up and down daily. But I'm like hovering hardcore at like 1.2. It's quite annoying, but I'm just going to go with it because these are tough in these YouTube streets. It's synthetic hair. So how long does it take? I'm sure you like have done it many times before. How long does it take you to like put your hair in? Hey, Sprinkles. How's it going? Happy Friday. You beat me to it. Wait, so it's only $15 for the 3-pack? For a pack with 3 bundles? Oh, this is my kind of price, let me tell you. This is wonderful. Okay, $15. And then all I need is a hook, a crochet hook. I'm doing well. I am on spring break, so I'm really happy. And I was just chatting. We were chatting here about hair and stuff. But I have 3 books I'm trying to read. I'm off, thank goodness, for spring break for 2 weeks, 2 whole weeks, because I took my finals this week. So I have 3 books I'm going to try to get through. Some areas might cost more. That's fine. Even a $10 shift still keeps me in my budget. Thanks so much for the tip. That's awesome. I have these 3 books that I'm going to read. I would like to read over spring break. This is the first one by Iyanla Vanzant. It's called Get Over It, and it's like self-help, get your life together, girl type stuff. So I'm excited. And then I got this one about public wealth, public infrastructure, and building wealth with public assets. So that's going to be a good one. And then I got this one that I bought myself for my birthday. It says, oh, you can go online too? Oh, maybe I'll look it up online so I can see what the pack looks like before I get there. Chris Hogan, Everyday Millionaire. I'm also trying to get through this. And the good thing is this is like a really thin book, so it won't take long. I can read this one for a week. It won't take a week, but I can read this one for a week. And then I can read this one. I'm going to try to read this one completely by tomorrow night, get through the whole thing, because it's like small. It's like a shorter book, even though it's a little thick. But and the words are pretty thick, like big, the font, so it shouldn't be too bad. I'm excited about this one though. I've been like binge watching all of Iyanla's like talks and stuff on YouTube over the past 2 days. She's really good. It lasted you about a month. Okay, so I'm gonna try it. So what about, the only thing is, I just keep thinking like, what happens when my ponytail gets loose? Like, how do you just retighten the ponytail? Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe I could just, and it's probably more expensive. I'm all about the experience too of like trying to do my own hair as well. But I was thinking maybe I can get a wig that just looks like a braid out. I don't know if they have that. But I figure it might end up getting bushy and stuff. Like I have I don't know if you've heard of Tony Daly. Yeah, I don't know. Tony Daly, she's a YouTuber. She's been on YouTube for like 10 years. She has her own wig line. So I bought her Gabe wig, who is that one's made after Gay Babe TV. I don't know if you've heard of them. But I bought the Gabrielle wig, and that thing is huge. It's cute. Wigs look natural. Yeah, they do. And her specifically, Tony, she created her whole line to be for like, you know, Black people with real hair. So like real hair. So she has like, I want to say, she has I think three hair, and like four different, like 4A, 4B, 4C hair as well. And I don't know if she has any like super straight wigs, but she has some for almost every curl pattern. So I bought her Gabe wig, which is like about my texture. And it, like, when I twist my hair and then untwist it, it looks exactly like that wig, but hers is like absolutely humongous. It's like this, but times 3 in terms of like bigness. And it just gets so big. So I want another one like hers, but I want it to be longer and less tangly, if that makes sense. I just want to switch it up for like a month. Just do something different. So I figure I'll take time to do that in between classes before my next quarter starts. So how long does it take? I'm still learning. I practice on my kids. Okay. Yeah, I've never, you know what's funny? I won't say never. I think maybe once I did what do you call it? Like a sew-in to myself one time. This was probably in my early 20s. That was an experience. But I can't actually braid my hair properly, so it was a disaster. But other than that, I've never like done my own hair, and so now that I'm natural, it's a whole nother. I have no clue. I have no clue what to do. So most of the time, I just oil like the literal crap out of it, and just leave it alone, tucked away safely, because I know it needs moisture, and I don't know what to do with it. So my little twist outs, they look kind of cute sometimes, depending on what products I use. But other than that, I don't know how to braid or flat twist, or I don't know what else you do to your hair. Do a plait or a flat twist, or I don't get the difference. But I don't know how to do all those things. So I was like, oh, I should experiment, you know, and try something new. So we'll see. I think I'm going to try this crochet thing. And if I feel like it's going to be an absolute disaster, maybe I'll just get a crochet looking wig. I learned how to braid by watching my friend. She knows how to do hair real good. Really? See, I don't have a lot of friends where I like watch them braid. You know, I have a lot of natural friends, but I don't necessarily like go over and watch them while they're doing their natural hair. So it can be challenging for me to figure it out. I kind of watch, I'm sure there's YouTube videos though that I could watch when I have more time. I feel like over the summer, because I can't go to class over the summer because there's no classes I can take, I feel like I'll have more time to really like get into it and practice all the time. Like, I think I'm crazy at work, coming into work every month with a new hairdo. A new hairdo. It's so funny. I have always wanted to do, since I can't braid, like what do you call it? Cornrow braid of any sort. Can't do any sort of that. I have wanted to do like braids myself, and I thought the crochet braiding would be the easiest thing for me to do, but I can't braid my actual hair to then crochet the braid, so I don't know. I have to figure something out. So I actually bought a braid wig though, and it's the cutest thing ever. Heavy is all get out. I don't know why it's so heavy, but it is so heavy on my head. So I don't wear it often, but it's the cutest thing ever when I do wear it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It even has like, what do you call it at the front? Like lace at the front in between the individuals. It's the cutest thing ever. I don't know why it's so heavy. Braids are heavy. I guess braids in general are heavy. Eh. So you said the hair, the style in hair should last about a month. That's all I need really. And then I can switch it up to something else. And the price is right. So where are you from? Where do you live? Because I'm in Chicago. And how many kids do you have? West Virginia. I've never been to Virginia. You know what's funny? I have a friend who had family in Virginia, and I actually have another friend who's like, if I retire or move somewhere, I would go to Virginia. So tell me what's so cool about Virginia. You all have 5 kids. That's a lot of kids. So what are their age ranges? And do you have more boys than girls? So you all have like seafood and stuff? Like I hear Virginia is beautiful. So I would definitely visit. Have you always lived there? I've always been here. I've never lived anywhere else. I don't have any kids, by the way. Just me and my dog. He's like a child. Very needy. Requires a lot of attention. You have to clean up after him. It's kind of similar. Mountains. Okay. So you've got mountains. Is it just in general Virginia is like real mountainy, or is it like you have mountains like the Rocky Mountains or the Smoky Mountains? I flew over the Rocky Mountains once. Those are in Tennessee, I think, right? Or is it the Smoky Mountains? I think it was the Smoky Mountains. Aren't the Rocky Mountains in Colorado? I think it was. I flew over the Smoky Mountains, and it was really scary looking because I was just thinking like, man, if we crash, they are never gonna find our bodies in these mountains. It was beautiful from looking down, but they're just so big. It's like if you have an accident, I'm sure they don't have like hospitals in the middle of the Smoky Mountains. It'd like be a while before somebody got to you. Sorry, I didn't mean to be so cryptic. That was just what I was thinking while I was in the plane. Like, this would be a disaster. I didn't mean to be like negative. I just got real dark there. It says you have mountains and dirt roads. Barn house, just country. Ooh, that's cute though. It makes me think of, what's that TV show? That home decorating show where everything's like a farmhouse. Magnolia Market. Fixer Upper. Love that Joanna Chip. They're great. Everything. I've never been so interested in farm life until watching her decorate all these houses like farms. Like the whole dirt road thing. It just seems real peaceful. So do you live, are there any like, where's the big city? You know how like every state has like a big city, what would that be in Virginia? Yeah, you know they have a whole line at like Target, right? And she's doing something with anthropology too. I saw on Instagram. I'm just like, they are so rich. I'm telling you. They just make old junk look like decoration. It's great. But yep, they got a whole big old section. So you're in a small town. So do you have like where are you in proximity to like what would be considered the city? So if I was to visit West Virginia and I wanted to see like there's plenty of opportunity to see like the country life and stuff. Like, but if I wanted to see like experience what you all would consider to be the big city, where would I go? Like here, like if you came to Illinois, which is crazy because I never thought about it so much until I started YouTube, when I tell people like, oh, I'm from Chicago. Like, to think about living in Illinois, it's like, who would ever want to live in Illinois? Like, it's just like, ill. It's like Illinois. Ugh. Like, what is that, right? But it's like, so I would always say, oh, I live in Chicago, because you're never going to know. You would never know, like, where my house sits. You just never know. So I would say Chicago. And Chicago is, like, huge. When I say huge, I mean, there's literally a north side, a south side, a west side, and an east side of Chicago. Humongous. It doesn't matter what you're into, there's a side for you. If that makes any sense. So where's like the big city in Virginia? Does it snow there? I don't know. I'm really bad at geography. Really bad at it. So I'm sorry if these are questions I should just know. In Chicago, we have bipolar weather, so it's always doing something. Yeah, snow, sometimes ice. Okay. So in your small town, is it like, I don't know, you said there's lots of mountains, and you said you have mountains, dirt roads, barn house, it's just country. So do you live like on a farm, or do you have a lot of acreage? I'm sure there's like a lot of farming and stuff, right? You know what? I would not mind at all retiring to a farm. Oh, you used to live on a farm? So what did you farm? Did you have like horses and stuff? I wouldn't mind retiring to a farm at all, like in the country, with like mountains and just a bunch of grass and forest and stuff. I think that would be cool. And it's probably, I would love to have like a house with like a big wraparound porch and stuff, and you just spend all day, you know, looking at the sunflowers and stuff. I don't know. Or have like, I've always wanted one of those, just get a nice hammock and a tire swing and a big tree. I think that'd be cool. Really peaceful. You live near cows, horses, a lot of farm animals. Ooh, that's cool. That's cool. I've only ever rode a horse once, and it was scary. Mostly because that thing is alive and it has its own mind. And I am literally no match. So do you have, this may be a stupid question. Do you have like well water? Because I know here, depending on where you live, of course, some people have well water. And they have to like treat it and stuff. Ooh, a donkey. That is so cool. Horses are expensive. They're probably maybe, I guess they're less expensive when you have all that land and they can stay on your own land. They're like, they're expensive. I have some family members with horses. They're pretty expensive. So what are the I'm sorry, did you say what would be considered like the big city in your area, like the closest big city to your area? It's probably really beautiful to live around like mountains. Like we don't have any mountains. None at all. You used to have a water well, but not town water. Okay. That's cool. So, since you live in a small town, do you like since you have kids, is your kids' school like small? Well, how does that work with schools, like middle schools and high schools and stuff? Do you have like, is there like one big high school that all the different towns come together to go to, or does each little town have their own little high school? Like, how's that work? Because I have like a classmate and he lives in like a small town. And so he's always talking about how the schools, how it's like weird with the school system. With like where all the kids are coming from. You have one high school. Okay. Do you have many like private school options? Say if you didn't like the high school, you could go to like private school? Or really does everybody seem to go, everybody really just goes to the one high school? To Elam. That's the town, the major city, to Elam. But you know what's funny too? That seems to be like a popular Elam. I don't know if that stands for something. But there's a, what do you call it? There's a town, area called Elam in Dallas as well. You know, it's funny how uncreative, in most regards. It's funny how uncreative. It's an elementary school. Okay. Oh, elementary school. Okay. That was an abbreviation. Duh. It's funny how, in a lot of cases, how uncreative different states and different areas are with the names of their towns and stuff. Like, they're all the same. Even on different sides of the same city, like they're all the same. So what made you want to start YouTube, a YouTube channel? How long have you been on YouTube? I've been on since August of last year. So August, September, October, November, December, January. Wow, I'm counting faster than fingers. It's beautiful. Okay. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. I've been on for 8 months. What made you want to start? My kids wanted to do YouTube. Okay, so you just got involved with them. That's cute. That's good. You let them explore their creative side. I started YouTube because I wanted to, I'm in grad school, so I needed a hobby, something I could do to like express my creative side, you know? And I figured like I've been watching YouTube for so many years now, instead of like, I don't even watch regular TV anymore. And I've been watching, you know, I have all my people that I follow, And I was like, well, I could do that too. I go to Bath and Body Works all the time too. It was like super scary when I first started like posting my videos. Do you feel like it's been rewarding since you started? Do you feel what have you learned? Would you, if you stopped it today, would you start over again? Let's say, for example, like your channel disappeared, would you start a new one? Have you enjoyed it? I think it's really cool to see like how all the different people, you don't know. I was thinking about that too. You know, honestly, I was thinking about it and I was like, well, what happened? Let's say YouTube decided they didn't want me to, they like just got rid of my whole channel, right? And I had to start all over or something. Like, I feel like I would be so much smarter the second time around about the channel, just how to post, what I post, when I post. Like, I would do it completely different if, let's say, my channel disappeared. But I think it's really, really cool to have met all the, well, not physically met, but you know, like to have met all the different other creators, because they're all over, literally all over the country, all over the world. And it's cool. It's like so many different channels, but when you really think about it, it's not, it's like still a small, small world, right? And it's cool too, especially like if you're traveling or something, to like know somebody where you're going. You know, another YouTubers is there, someone that lives there. Like you, for example, when I go to Virginia, I'll have information about Virginia and I'll be like more informed than if I was just on Google. Like I can actually ask you, like, if have you ever been to Chicago? If you haven't, I could tell you where to go and tell you what will be fun and what wouldn't be fun and the best time to come, best places to eat. I really like that aspect of it. Just meeting everybody and knowing, like, I know a couple people in Georgia now, people in Virginia, people in Florida, people in Las Vegas, people in California. And you know what's funny though? When you think about it, when I think about like YouTube or like movies, actresses, celebrities and stuff, I always think about Los Angeles, right? I don't know like Los Angeles or New York. I only think I've met maybe two YouTubers from like LA, California, or New York this entire time. And that's honestly what I would feel like I would the most of us would be from. Like those two places. But I've only met maybe two. I feel like I've met more people in Florida and Georgia than anywhere with YouTube channels. It's kind of crazy. It's like, it's funny. And I think it's funny to like hear everybody else's kind of, that's typically those are the questions I ask, like, what made you want to start YouTube? And you know, it's funny to hear all the different people's reasons for starting YouTube. Of course, a lot of people, they want to eventually make money and stuff, but it really is great networking. Just we've literally like expanded our social circles exponentially. Like we've expanded them outside of the US. It's crazy every time I like get online, because I'm just like connected with so many different people with so many different channels. I love meeting new people. I can talk to other adults other than my kids. That's true. And your kids even too. Since you do videos with them, there are other people that do videos with their kids too. So even your kids have friends in other places. And it's nice to see it's nice. They grow up together. Like the YouTubers that I watch, that I've been watching for years now, I feel like I've grown up with their kids, because I tend to gravitate towards family channels. And so a lot of the family channels that I watch, like I was like been watching since they got pregnant and their kids were born. And now their kids are like 4 and 5 and 6. And I'm just like, wow, I feel like I've grown with them. So even your kids now too, like people if you stay consistent and stuff, people will feel like they're growing with your kids. So on your channel, since you have 5 kids, do you you've never been to Chicago? I used to live in Maryland. Oh, so you know what? I'm actually going to Baltimore in May for a conference. And so it's pretty cool. I've been there twice because I'm going to the same conference. I've been there the previous 2 years, but I'm actually going to, I didn't realize how close Washington was and even New York. So I'm going to do like a quick road trip to Washington since it's only an hour away when I get there. And I'm really excited about that. Every time I go, I like make a quick trip to like the Inner Harbor, of course, to get like some seafood and do a little shopping. So this year I'm excited to go to Washington because I've only ever been there once. So it's like, oh, what was I saying? Oh, your kids. So with your kids, do they do like, what type of videos do you do with them? Like, do you let them each? Yeah, it's really pretty. It is. They have a kind of like a boat tour that goes like way out somewhere, like a water taxi type situation. It's like a tour that goes way out somewhere that I've always wanted to try. I haven't had the opportunity to try it yet, to take it yet, but it looks like it'd be fun. Do you let your kids post? Okay, so when you do videos with your kids, do they each get like their own videos, or do you do group videos together? Because I was thinking about that. Like, if I were to have kids, I don't know if I want to post them like on YouTube. I feel like, but they would always know, no, just together. Okay, so like, do you do I'm sorry, what did you say the age ranges were? Are they all close in age range where they actually like be interested in the same stuff? That must have been an interesting conversation. How did they convince you to to start a YouTube channel? Were they like, which one was it? Were they all collectively like, we want to start a YouTube channel? 19, 12, 11, 15, 3. Okay, so you've got a one baby, and the rest of them, the 19 and 15 are probably the closest, and the 12 and the 11 are clearly the closest, and then a 3. Okay, that makes sense. How did they convince you to start a YouTube channel? Were you even like aware of YouTube before like they came to you and said we want a channel? I'm telling you, when I started my channel, like I didn't tell anybody I was starting a channel, and I really only, even now still today, not many people know I have a channel. And so nobody in my immediate family had any clue about YouTube or like what it was. And so I was like, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. And they were like, oh, okay, Tiffany. And I'm still doing it. And they're like, oh my goodness. No, I didn't know anything about YouTube. Right. Yeah, when I started my channel, I had no clue about anything about YouTube. I feel like literally the past 8 months, I have learned beyond a decade's worth of information on YouTube just in general. My 12-year-old wanted to do it. Okay, yeah, of course. They're that's the age. I'm telling you. I feel like I'd be like, if I started YouTube, I don't think YouTube was not around when I was 12. If I even started YouTube when I was in undergrad, I'd be like, I have 1 million subscribers by now. Because I feel like everybody that started YouTube like around 2000, maybe 12 or so, like they're now officially like blown up and everybody knows who they are. So I feel like it probably takes a good like 4 or 5 years, unless you have that, what do you call it, like overnight sensation success, which most people don't. It probably takes like good 4 or 5 years for people to really continuously be consistent. Oh, your oldest is turning 20 in August. That's exciting. Are they in school? That's exciting. 20 is a good age. I enjoy 20. And you know what's funny? I always enjoy like the age before the age, if that makes sense. So like, of course, like 21 is the age, but I really enjoy 20 and 22 more than 21. And then, because I'm 30 now, like year 28 and 29 were like amazing. Like absolutely amazing for me. Like that's where I started making all my like personal growth and stuff. So I always feel like 20 is the best age ever. It was the best age. 20 for me, 20 and 22, and then 28 and 29. And I just turned 30, so 30, the jury's still out on 30. Could be even more spectacular, but I feel like for me, 28 and 29 were like the best. And you know what's also good too? For the here, oh, this is in college. She's taking up radiologist. So that's like, you mean like science, right? Right, like radiology. I don't hear that often. That's like x-rays and stuff. Like I was gonna say like nuclear. Sorry. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Like x-rays. That's exciting. It's always good to like, that's cool to like know the body and how that stuff affects you, like the rays, and that's cool. The medical field is very complex and pretty cool. That's exciting for her. So how much longer does she have? Is it like a program, a 4-year degree, like a certificate? Does she have to go to like, I don't know, like nursing school or something to do that? It's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's good to be in the medical field. Yeah, my granddad's a doctor, and it's really awesome to know like literally just know the human body. 4 years? Okay. That's cool. So she has 2 years left? That's cool. Good luck to her. That's awesome. Yeah, 2 years left. Okay. That's so exciting. And then does she have to do like a like some sort of program or something after the 4 years? I'm in college too, but I have a job at the same time. I didn't know how to quit it though. Don't quit the job. Why would you quit the job? Yeah, you should be proud of her. That's hard. Science is hard. My best friend's a dentist, and she had to do she did biology in undergrad and then went to dental school, you know. And kudos to her, let me tell you, because those science classes will kick your butt. Why are we quitting our job because we're in school? We should not be quitting our job because we're in school. I had a job all throughout college, and now that I'm in grad school, I have my real job, like real career job. You do not have to quit your job because you're in school. What are you in school for? What program are you in? You can't. Oh, okay. What kind of job do you have? You know what's funny? Let me just give you this tidbit. Because I was just talking to one of my classmates about this, because I'm in a master's program and I do work full time. You work in fast food? Okay. That gives you flexibility though with your hours when you have to study. But I completely understand. When I was in, are you in undergrad? What kind of program are you in? So when I was in undergrad, I had a part-time job, of course. And I worked at Michael's Arts and Crafts. I'm very crafty. And then I worked at CBS. And I did that all throughout college. And so now I have my career job, but I'm also getting my master's. And so I was just talking to my classmate about this literally yesterday. You're a freshman? That is good. Congratulations. What program are you in? What's your program? What are you going for? So we were just talking about this. My daughter has a part-time job. Yeah, part-time. So what I realized, because I started when I was just an undergrad, I started out with like, you know, we all started together, a bunch of us, right? And it's crazy to me when I look back at people that I'm not necessarily right now still friends with or connected with, to see how many of them started and did not finish. And I will give you a few reasons why, in my opinion, and my current classmates, what we were talking about was the fact that it is harder. The actual classes and the content you're learning is not the difficult part at all. Taking the class is not the difficult part. It's life that is the difficult part. It is life that can be distracting, and just life circumstances and situations that happen to you that'll actually prevent you from finishing. My suggestion to you would be, since you're a freshman, and I really didn't have this problem because I was so afraid of failing. I was like super focused, but my suggestion to you would be to just evaluate everything you've got going on, because I know especially freshman year, it can be hard to transition from high school to college, because in high school they baby you and you're under supervision, a lot of supervision, where in college it's up to you to learn the information. So my suggestion to you, and my biggest takeaway from college, was you have to identify like the other distractions, like what all your distractions are. You have to think about, and this is what I was talking to my classmate about, it can be like taking the physical class, like going to class, learning the material, studying. That's not the hard part. It's everything else. It's your family, it's your friends, it's the things you decide to do from day to day. That's what'll make or break your success. And of course, the finances. Finances are always an issue for a lot of people. It's like, well, if you run out of funding, there's a problem. So outside of funding, taking money off the table, and I mean money for tuition, like the most distracting things in a lot of cases are like your friends and your family, just to be honest. Your family can be a support to you and they can want you to do well, but they can also be a distraction. I don't care what anybody says, your family can be a distraction to you. No matter how much they love you and want you to succeed, they can be. So you need to really like just look at everything you've got going on and figure out what you can cut. I wouldn't suggest cutting the job, because it's always good to have your own money with your own check coming in with your name on it that you can put in your bank account. Like, that's a wonderful feeling. It's a very empowering feeling, and it helps you be able to literally make your own decisions on your own behalf. So if at all possible, I would not suggest quitting your job, but I would seriously take like a look at what else you can cut. And you can't necessarily disown yourself from your family. I mean, some people, you could try, but it might be difficult, especially if they're also trying to help you through and stuff. But you may have to let some of your friends go too. I'll just be honest with you. The number of friends I have from high school, still now from high school, and high school for me was 12 years ago, is like two. Two, that's it. And in a lot of cases, I am so thankful that I'm not still talking to these same people, because in a lot of cases, these same people didn't finish college. And I'm happy that I finished college. So you really have to like think about be honest with yourself about what your distractions really are. Because I don't think your job is the distraction. Unless, and I gave this advice to my friend's sister. I told her she had a stressful job. She had already graduated from undergrad, but she had a job she didn't like. And this is what I told her. I said, engineering. Okay, that sucks. I want to stay, but I get really tired after shifts and I can't study afterward. So I could understand that. Engineering is tough. I have my friend's husband is a mechanical engineer, and he had, not comparing or anything, but you have to be motivated because my friend's husband, like we all went to high school together. He did engineering college, a mechanical engineer. He had her and a child and a job so she could stay with their child, and he went to school and finished his engineering program. He did it all. But he made up his mind what his priorities were. So there are plenty of other things that he could have been doing. Like, he wasn't going out partying every weekend. He wasn't like doing there are a million other things you could be doing You just have to decide what the priority is. You have to decide, even if you can only if you literally can only comprehend two things at once, then you can only do two things at once. Just decide what those two things are. Are those two things going to be to study and go to work, or are they going to two things going to be to study and party, or the two things going to be to party and go to work and not study? It's like you have to make sacrifices if you really want to get through a program, especially a program that is like math intensive, like engineering. Kudos to you. Couldn't do it. I just got finished taking statistics, and statistics is not horrible. It's just a teacher. He was not a good professor. He was very informed. I could tell that he could tell the statistical breakdown of matter if he needed to, but he couldn't teach me how to do it. So there's a difference between being really smart and being a good teacher. So kudos to you, first of all. Let's just say engineering is awful and you are the real one. I fully am praying for your success in that type of stuff, because like I told you, my friend who's a dentist, she did all this science class, she went to medical school, and I was just like, oh my God, I have a headache for you. I can't even comprehend this. So you're doing awesome things. Awesome things. Great for you. Do not quit your job. I am so sorry. Do not quit your job, because you definitely want to. It just feels good. It's empowering to have your own, a way to feed yourself. And that's just another way for you to be able to make decisions for yourself on your own behalf, having a check coming in with your name that you can deposit into your bank account. It's a wonderful feeling. So maybe really consider looking at what else is going on in your life and seeing if that's a distraction, or if that's something you can remove or try to mitigate the amount of pressure that's also adding onto you. Because just going to work and going to class, you can do that if you know how to eliminate other distractions to the best of your ability. Because right now, I am full-time at work in my career job, and I am also full-time in my master's program, and I am also trying to be a full-time YouTuber, which up until the past 2 weeks, I've been pretty successful at, but I also don't go out partying. I don't go to the movies. I don't go shopping all the time. Like, can't remember. I love shopping. I love shopping. I can't remember the last time I've been into a physical store. I do my shopping online now because I don't have time to go to a physical store. I don't take a lot of naps. That's why I'm literally trying to, on spring break, that's the lame that I am, because my life is so cool, right? Like, maybe I'll find a different job. Right, exactly. That's the thing too. You have to think about the job. And that's what I was telling my friend's sister. She wanted to leave her job, and I suggested to her, because her job has some really great benefits. She didn't like the environment, but I told her, just quite frankly, like, just to be real, if you don't feel like your personal physical safety is in jeopardy, sometimes for a short period of time, you just got to suck it up. You just got to suck it up because the bigger goal is what's really going to change your entire life. And like, I mean, honestly, if it's stressing you out to the point where like your hair's falling out and like you literally can't sleep from anxiety, then yes, find a different job, but don't quit altogether. It's like sometimes, depending on the level, you just got to suck up that stress and suck up where you don't want to be, because the rewards after that will be more than you could ever even have asked for. So yeah, definitely consider a different job. Something that's, of course, you want to stay flexible, and you want to work somewhere which probably won't pay you a lot. How did you do it? I don't know. I just did it. Like, there was no other option, to be honest. I didn't think, I don't know. I didn't think I had like options to not do it. It's like, this is what you do. You go to college. This is what you do. And this is what you do. You work that job. Because like, I got my first job when I was 17, and I've had at least one job, sometimes 2 and 3 at the same time ever since, because I realized after getting like the second job, hey, I just got 2 checks. Like, I get paid every Friday. This is amazing. And so I kept the jobs. And so then after a while, when I start making more money at my real job, I was like, okay, maybe I'll let one of them go, but I'm still going to keep this one because I really like getting paid every week. And so I kept them both. And then after I made a little bit more, I decided, okay, maybe I'll let go of that one now, because now I'm going back to grad school. So I have my one, right now I have my one real job, and I'm in grad school full time. But it was never, you just have to make up your mind. Once you really make up your mind, you'll be able to more quickly see what you need to eliminate in other areas and how you can eliminate those things in other areas to make sure you're juggling the most important priorities efficiently. And so that's what I'm constantly doing. Like I said, I don't go shopping. I haven't been to the movies this year. And like I was telling her earlier, like I'm going to the movies because now I'm on spring break. I'm going to the movies tomorrow morning, maybe Sunday morning, next Tuesday night. Like I'm getting all the movies in for the next 2 weeks, because then I can't go again until after June, because that's my next quarter. And I'm fine with that because I'm learning more at school. I'm getting phenomenal grades and it feels good. Every time I go to work, even though I do want to go party and I do want to go out to eat and I do want to go shopping, God, I miss shopping. It says, get you a movie and you deserve it. Exactly, yeah. It's been a while. I really just want to go to the movies and like get the popcorn and the nachos and the overpriced hot dog and the icy. I'm going to do all that for the next 2 weeks. And then I go back to my boring studying all alone. I have never in my lifetime, not even in undergrad, since I started grad school, I have never in my lifetime spent so much time alone by myself with no friends and nobody to talk to. Like it's me in this textbook. That's all it's been. For now, I've been in grad school for a year. That's it. Like, so I gave up a lot, a whole lot. So you see me talking, pumping out these videos. I'm talking to myself in this room by myself. That's what I've been doing since August as a form of entertainment, as a creative outlet. This is my creative outlet because I'm not going anywhere and I'm not doing anything super exciting. So, because I really want to do well in my classes. And so far I've done phenomenal in my classes. I've surprised myself, to be quite honest, but it has not come without sacrifice. I don't go out. I'm not social. I have maybe two friends that I can text. We're not even going anywhere. I'm just like, hey, I'm still alive. Are you alive? Yes, I'm still alive. That's it. See you after the quarter's over. Like, we understand. Like, that's it. So I wouldn't quit my job. I would find another job first that you think is more conducive to, will take the stress off of you. And I completely understand, because since I did work retail, I imagine it's just as stressful as fast food. Like, you'd be surprised, because I worked at Michael's Arts and Crafts for 4 years, and I worked at CVS Pharmacy for 4 years after that. Retail is no joke. So I commend you, just in general, for working retail while trying to do engineering, because retail is cutthroat, and you have no idea how serious these stay-at-home moms are about their crafts. Like, it is insane to me. Like, they will cut your throat if they can't use their coupon, if you are out of something, if they can't get a rain check. Like, it's a problem. Like, life has stopped. You're laughing. I am serious. And don't let one of these moms be like head of the PTA, because she'll bring the whole freaking cheerleading squad in there with coupons from Hobby Lobby, because we take, I say we, like I still work there. Michael's takes competitors' coupons, and so they accept Hobby Lobby's coupons. I had one lady, she was clearly had nothing better to do with her life, coming there with the entire cheerleading squad and because she wanted to use a 40% off coupon off the little wooden letters that you use for like scrapbooking or something. She brought all 36 of them girls in their little ponytails into the store, and each of them wanted to ring up a letter. One letter. Everybody had one letter and one coupon. It's serious. It's just that serious. So when you say you're stressed, I understand, because I've been through it and I understand. Fast food is just as hectic as Michael's Arts and Crafts or a CVS. So maybe that's not where you want to be, but I wouldn't quit all job. I would just search for a different way. And maybe you could even find a job on campus, because on campus it's just a completely different environment you're dealing with. Not to say, it's probably just be a better environment, and there may be perks for you at your school if you found an on-campus job. What else as an alternative way to make money? You could try something like, I don't know, like Uber, or I don't know if you have a car, or where you're from, if it's like a city environment where there would be a lot of that. You could try Uber, or like Uber Eats, or pizza delivery. I don't know. That may be, I don't know. That may be I don't know. You got options. There are options. I can understand the stress, but figure out what else in your life outside of job and class that you maybe could cut or eliminate first. Start there, because like it could be just the friends. You're welcome. It could be your friends, it could be your family. It's easier to get rid of your friends than it is your family. But and not get rid of them, but like reduce stress or distraction. And if that means like sometimes you can't go home because literally physically I have to go put the baby to sleep. Wonderful. You too. Thanks so much. It was so much fun chatting with you. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. It's for me even too. I know that when I go home, my home, and there's nobody here. Like but even me just physically being home can sometimes distract me, where it's like, I think I'm gonna go take a nap. Oh, or I'll get like literally sidetracked on YouTube, or I'll end up laying in the bed and doing my nails instead of reading, or it's just like even physically going. Talk to you soon. Even physically going home for me, I know is a suicide attempt. So you really have to think about those things. Even just going home could be, it's too distracting at home because you end up playing in your closet, or like just doing some other stuff that, when you have to study. So sometimes I physically will not go home. Like after work, I'm going to Starbucks. And even though Starbucks is noisy, I'm going to sit in this Starbucks and I'm going to get this done until they close, before they close at 10. Like I do that all the time. All the time I do that. I go to Starbucks, or I'll go to Panera. We have a Panera down the street from me. And just to not get bored, I'll go to different Starbucks. Like I won't go to the same one all the time. I'll rotate. Because I'm like, okay, I've been with this one too much. So like there's maybe 3 or 4 different Starbucks around my house. And I literally pack up my stuff before I go to work and leave it in the car, so I never have to walk in the door of the house. I literally don't even drive past the house. I get off from my transportation into my car and I go straight to Starbucks. So maybe try that sometime. Even if you do it, how many nights a week do you have class? How many classes are you taking right now? First, and how many nights a week do you have class? And sometimes for me, like when I was working retail, I guess I was blessed because, of course, I was able to set my own schedule. However, what they always try to do to you is if you have any type of restriction on your availability, it's like the system is always trying to hold you back, right? It says you're taking 4 classes, 3 days a week. Okay, so you're an undergrad, so you go during the day as well, right? Yeah, in undergrad, I went like, I always tried to get all my classes first thing in the morning so I could go and be back, have the rest of the day, do whatever I needed to do. Yeah, okay, right. So it always took my classes whenever possible, first thing in the morning, the first 2 slots, because there were like 2 slots in the morning, 2 slots in the afternoon for classes. I always took the first slot in the morning because I'm an early riser, so I get most done first. If I just get up first thing in the morning, I get it done, and then I have the rest of the day to like go to work or do homework and stuff. So that's how I did it. And then I worked weekends, of course. I was blessed because I had, but this is how retail will get you, or retail or fast food. They'll tell you the people who get the most hours have open availability. So they used to try to like cut my hours all the time because I used to say, I have to go to class. I can't work this day, or this day. And I would change it every single quarter. When my classes changed, I would change my availability. So they started trying to like cut my hours and stuff because I wasn't like being fully available to them, which I think is the dumbest thing ever. Because you would think the workers that you have that are actually trying to like accomplish something or go to school and better themselves are the ones you would want to give more hours to because they're trying to like be more of a contribution to society. But no, it was the complete opposite. The people that had like restrictions on their schedule, they gave less hours to, which is like, but that's a whole nother issue. You're not even talking about that. But I can understand retail and fast food. I've never worked fast food, but I imagine it's just as hectic as retail. And you can do it. Just really, really think about what other distractions you can cut. Because I know like being tired, I completely understand being tired. But if you are able to cut just take all the additional stress and pressure off yourself where you can first. See if you can do that first. That may help a little, hopefully. And you may not be able to go to that party, but the goal is, like I was just talking to my classmate about, from someone who has already finished their first degree, and I actually double majored, so I technically have like 2 degrees in undergrad, and then now getting her master's. The hardest part of like, for I think a lot of the people that I started with that did not finish with me, was life and just getting distracted by other stuff. And so if, especially in a hard program like engineering, anywhere you can cut distractions outside of school and work, try it. Really make a concerted effort to do that. Because engineering is not a joke. It's not hard. But like I told you, my friend's husband, he went for mechanical engineering, and they were married and they had a kid, and he worked because he wanted her to stay home with their kid. He did all of that. And I think maybe literally took all of that, like a whole family on, and he still graduated. Like, so you definitely can do it. You just have to, but he made it a priority. He decided what was important to him and made it a priority to get that done, and he let go of all the stuff. Well, welcome back. We missed you. You're missing all this deep conversation on this Friday night. What are you doing now? But you can do it, and congratulations on your program. So what type of engineering are you going for? Like, what are you watching? We're just talking about cutting out life's distractions, because I'm in school. And, oh, you're in Australia. I'm not even sure yet. Chemical or environmental. Ooh, okay. Look at you, fancy. So you're gonna make so much money. You gotta stay focused. You've got to stay focused. Don't even let it get you down. Definitely. And if you really just feel like, and sometimes too, where you work does have an impact on literally your quality of life and stuff. So if you feel like your job is like, you have to be able to also kind of distinguish between, do you just hate the job, or is it literally sucking the life out of you? Because there's a difference. Because some people just hate their job. They're just like, ugh. But you can do it because it's serving a purpose to get you through, versus it literally is affecting your health negatively. There's a difference. And if you feel like it's the latter and it's affecting your health negatively, then you definitely want to look for something else. But if your boss is just getting on your nerves and you just really don't like it and you just really don't be there, you might want to stick it out a little longer and try to get through. It's like, after you've really made an effort to cut all the other distractions out of your life, if you still feel like you're tired and you can't get through your classes, and you may want to quit, but I would always save that for all the way last, because you definitely want to keep a check coming in. It's always helpful. So, because textbooks are expensive. Believe me, I know it. I actually have to order, because I'm taking 3 classes next quarter. I have to order 3 textbooks, and I need to go online. Like, next quarter, I'm taking something like strategic valuation, advanced IT auditing, and data mining and analytics. And so I have to buy I actually have to buy my textbooks. I have to figure out how much they are this weekend and start ordering them because my class starts in 2 weeks. My classes start in 2 weeks. So I don't have much time. Hopefully I can get everything on Amazon with Amazon Prime, but just having that extra little job, man, it definitely helps, especially and you should also make sure you're treating yourself, periodically. So what I like to do is every couple weeks or at least every month, what career is that? Oh, auditing. So I want to be an auditor. And so auditors have to know a little bit about everything and be familiar. So it's really important, the data mining, how to, harvest your data and stuff. And then IT auditing systems and IT processes and stuff like that. So it's really cool. And I absolutely love my program. And it's like every quarter I keep thinking, it just keeps getting better. The classes just keep getting better. Because it's like every class I take, it's like I'm learning a new skill. It's like, oh, I know how to do this now. And it's so cool, right? So I definitely, I need to do that this weekend. Figure out what books I need to buy. And so where do you live? I'm in Chicago. I don't know if I told you that already. Where are you from? You're in Missouri. Oh, STL. Oh my God, I was just there last year for a conference. Oh, you're just a couple hours away. So what school are you going to? Are you at like Mizzou? Is Mizzou down there or something? You have some family in Chicago? Oh, that's cool. You're close. You're so close. And you know what's funny? I actually, what school is that? Is Mizzou that way? I'm trying to think of like what schools are down there. So what was I gonna say? I actually was just thinking over spring break. I was like, because I'm going to Dallas for a wedding on the 29th. And I was thinking, oh, I should take a quick road trip somewhere. And I was trying to figure out where I would go. And I wanted to go somewhere that was like, maybe just like no more than 3 hours away. So I was thinking of making a quick road trip to Indianapolis because I've never been there. But I was like, I don't know if I should just hold tight because, oh, you're going to Mizzou. Okay, and St. Louis Community College. Okay, yes, it is. Oh, okay. So it's Mizzou. What is UMSL and St. Louis Community College? Okay, that's right. I have a friend that went to Mizzou. That's cool. You're close. Yeah, stay. You go to St. Louis Community College. Okay, cool. That's cool. You can do it. You can do it. And it's really good that you're starting at a community college because you save like a crap ton of money. University of Missouri, St. Louis. Okay. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Just Mizzou. But I'm really bad with schools. really bad with schools. But that's cool. Engineering is a tough field. Chemical or environmental. So what's the difference between chemical and environmental? What is environmental? I kind of I didn't get many scholarships, but community college is always a lot of times more economical to start anyway. So I was like, no. But that's okay. So do you want to the community college is 4 years? Because I mean, if you do absolutely phenomenal, if you don't want to finish there, they always say it's 2. Okay, so they always say start at a community college and get phenomenal grades and then get scholarships to go wherever else you want to go. Just do that. I said just do that like it's easy. It's easy once you put your mind to it. You can do it though. That's a great start. You're saving a lot of money, so that's awesome. Like do all your gen eds there. Yeah, check out. You should check out Jobs on Campus. It won't. Oh, it won't. You're gonna. That happens to me all the time, and I don't know what the that sucks. That has happened to me many times, and I'm like, wait, what? What do you mean? You just have to wait a while. It says something like you just need to wait a while. I'm just like, that's crap. I'm trying to have a great conversation here. I'm sorry. It won't let you comment anymore. That's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, check out schools, potential jobs on campus. They may be like slightly more understanding, you know? And if you're already at school, you know, you don't have a commute really. That sucks, you can't comment. YouTube is crazy. That's insane. Hey Queen, how are you? What's up? What's new? What you doing? Happy Friday. So I'm on spring break and I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for spring break. I have 2 whole weeks off, which is great. I have these books that I would like to get through. This is the first one I'm going to be reading. I'm excited about it. It's Iyanla Vanzant's Get Over It book. I bought it a couple months ago, but I hadn't had the opportunity to read it yet because I've been in class all quarter. It's Friday night and I'm feeling all right. Oh, wait. Hold on, you guys. I'll be right back. If you don't leave, 2 seconds. I'm back. Anybody still here? Did everybody leave? It's okay. I understand if you all left. I just went to go turn on the light because it's pretty dark here. Who's still here? My glasses are like messed up. Happy Friday, everyone. I've got some great oh, you're back. Or no, it's letting you oh, you're back, Sprinkles. What's up? I'm still in here. Just been chatting about school, stress, spring break, YouTube. why we decided to start our YouTube channels, all that good stuff. So who else is here? We got Sprinkle. We got Costa. Let's see who else is hanging out. Oh, Queen's leaving. Okay, she's going offline. We miss you. We miss you already. I actually have a what do you call it? I actually have a in one of my I am technically on spring break, but in one of my classes our professor gave us the opportunity to do some extra credit, and so the extra credit is she gave us like this fraud case, this corruption and fraud case to read. And so I have to identify, read about the company. It's about this oil company that purchased, I already started reading it. It's about this, because I would like to have it done by tonight so I can turn it in, so then I can really feel like I'm officially on spring break. But it's about an oil company in a very remote area that purchases a drilling company, which, you know, makes sense, but there's a lot of corruption and fraud in this area because, and they noted, like, I have to note some of the internal and external fraud, like, risks to the company. And so a few things in just reading the initially about the company that I realized were like indicators that fraud could be happening, or think systems that are helping the fraud to happen, is the fact that in this particular area, the culture of it is somewhere near Russia, like in Russia somewhere, not in Russia, but near Russia, in Russia, around Russia. They have customs, and the culture is to like respect your elders and kind of put them up, be very loyal to them. And so one of the problems is that they keep reelecting the same president. They've had the same president, I want to say, for like 10 years now, and they blindly just keep electing the same president. And then within the actual, so the oil company is buying the drilling company. So the oil company's here and the drilling company's there. And so within the drilling company, the oil company is the one having all the fraud. So the president and CEO of the company actually bought the majority of the shares of the company. And so the president / CEO has controlling power of the company. And so the president keeps making decisions. They literally said the president keeps making decisions that cause the company to lose customers, to incur unnecessary expenses, to inconsistently report the financial results, and also to inconsistently report the financial results, as well as hire like unqualified people. And I was just like, you can't be serious. But they won't. Well, they can't now fire the guy because he actually owns the controlling shares. And then it's just like all this corruption and all these things where it's like, well, duh, that's awful. Like, why would you do that? But they the fact that culturally they like, what do you call it? They use some specific word, but they have like all this loyalty to like the older people and the authority. Like they really respect authority, and so they won't even like challenge him to like step down or force him to sell his shares or anything. And he's literally gonna take the company, like make the company bankrupt. So it's like horrible. But I should probably go do that now because I'm starting to get tired. I should probably go and says you like doing YouTube. Hey, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Oh, the messages just popped up. I wonder how long ago that was. Do I like doing YouTube? Yes, I do. I enjoy YouTube. It's a great like outlet. while I'm in school. And it's also been really great to meet all of you all from all over, because otherwise we would have never crossed paths since you don't live in Chicago. So I definitely enjoy it. It's been fun so far. I'm definitely going to keep it up, especially until I finish with grad school. So yeah, I definitely enjoy it. I think I will say though, it can become very expensive very quickly. That's for sure. I probably can't, and it can be time consuming. Like I said, since I don't go out really, because I just go to work and study. All I'm doing outside of that is trying to come up with YouTube content and stuff. So it's definitely been, it definitely can be time consuming. Also, but it is a lot of fun. See, although I haven't been doing it a long time, it is cool to look back on like my earlier videos, because I've only been doing it for like 8 months. So to look back at like month 1, what my videos were compared to today, and just think, it's also like memories. Like I'm keeping my own memories, you know, even though I'm sharing my life. We're all sharing our lives as it's happening to us. But even looking back just a couple months, I think to myself, oh my gosh, I remember that now. Like sometimes it's good to you'll have memories that you otherwise would have forgotten. That stuff happened, but when you look back at your old videos, you're like, I can't even remember I thought that. Or dang, look how much has happened since I last, since I posted that video. Like everything has changed. So it's pretty cool in that regard, I think. I've more recently just been thinking like how to kind of go to the next level, and like I'm thinking about all the new stuff I want to talk about, you know, in up and coming videos. So that's pretty cool too. So yeah, I think I'm gonna, like, in talking to you, I just realized I probably need to go do this extra credit assignment so I can actually really, really, really be officially. I feel like it'll only take me maybe an hour or so to do. So I'm probably gonna get off of here and go do it. And I will definitely be back tomorrow. I'm excited to I'm excited to be get to spend more time on YouTube over the next 2 weeks, because I definitely have felt like I've been like missing out over the past month, specifically when trying to wrap up my classes. So I'm happy that I was able to get on tonight. And so I'll definitely be back tomorrow. So, okay, gotta go look for a new job. Yeah, first place I would suggest is look on campus. Definitely check on campus. And yeah, definitely think, if at all anywhere else outside of school and work, where you could cut a distraction, or just relieve yourself from something. Like, don't try to do too many things at once, because then you'll end up not doing anything quality. So if it's just, even if it's just 3 things, stick to those 3 things, make those your top 3 priorities, and just know that sometimes you may have to get new friends, you may have to get less friends. Like I have less friends now than I used to, because I have to study because I really want to do well in my classes. It's all just a juggling act, you know? But you can do it, and please let me know if you do end up getting a new job, and where and how all of that turned out, and keep me updated, because engineering is definitely dope. You are awesome. That is definitely a challenging field. Absolutely. I have engineers as friends. I have, like I said, my granddad's a doctor, so that's lots. He did a lot of science. My best friend's a dentist. Lots of science and math and just all of that. So I completely, my hat's off to you. I salute you. That is awesome. Definitely challenging. So you're going to feel so accomplished when you finish. So much luck and blessings to you for that. Definitely. That's awesome. That's cool. So keep up the good work and stay focused. So I'm going to head. Yep, stay connected.